Listen, we got the one and only the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, presiding bishop of Full Gospel, Bishop Joseph Walker. Good morning, man.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, thank you for picking this song right here. I love this song, Brian Courtney Wilson.
Man,
worth fighting for.
Our destiny and your future. Let's go. Let's go get it.
Yes, sir, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee. If you ever in the area, you need to stop by. Bishop Walker, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, I want everybody right now to follow me. Do it now on Instagram, Joseph Walker, the number 3. That's Joseph Walker 3. Let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
And tell Dr. Steph I said happy belated Founders Day from the Bros.
There it is. Kobe love. There it is.
Yes, sir. Hey, love you, man.
Love you, too.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 10 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. And thank God it's Friday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Yesterday, the Supreme Court blocked the Biden administration's vaccine mandate for businesses with 100 or more employees. Now, it did, however, allow the administration to move forward with a vaccine mandate for most U.S. healthcare workers. And in another blow to the Biden administration's efforts, 2 days after delivering his speech calling for action on voting rights, yesterday President Biden said that he was unsure voting rights legislation could pass Congress. Surprise, surprise. Now, the remarks come after Democratic Senator Kristen Sinema unexpectedly took the floor of the Senate to say that she would not go along with changing the filibuster rules in order to get it done. Meanwhile, 11 members of a far-right terrorist group, the Oath Keepers, including founder and leader, have been charged with conspiracy. Now, the Justice Department said the group prepared for the January 6th insurrection by buying weapons, setting up battle plans, and even going as far as having 2 armed quick reaction forces stationed just outside of Washington, D.C. on the day of the attack. Last but certainly not least, Whole Foods is claiming that it has a constitutional right not to allow its employees to wear Black Lives Matter masks to work. Now, this comes after an employee filed labor complaint saying that they were told that their masks did not comply with the company's dress code. Whole Foods has noted that Black Lives Matter message was not singled out, but it does not allow any messages unrelated to its business. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, our sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Charlotte Hornets superstar LaMelo Ball is being sued by his publicist, Amber Johnson, claiming that he owes her millions after he signed his $100 million contract with Puma, but never received her 10% cut of the deal that she helped him get. So we're going to see what happens, man. There's a whole bunch to that story right there. Dallas Cowboy wide receiver Amari Cooper is fined $15,000 by the NFL for violating the COVID-19 protocols for unvaccinated players by attending a Dallas Mavericks game and not wearing his mask. The rules state you must sit in a luxury suite with a mask on and not be surrounded by more than 10 people. Amari was sitting courtside. Now, the good news for the Cowboys is he will still be able to play in the playoffs this weekend, okay? It is what it is. Because I believe he already missed a couple games this season because of the COVID situation. He got it. Now, since he's a player that has gotten COVID before, he does not have to get retested every single day and so on and so forth. Speaking of the playoffs, Rock T NFL Picks of the Week wild card round in the NFL playoffs starts this weekend. I got my picks coming up later on in the show. Stay tuned. It's going to be something you don't want to miss. That's what I got right there. Gary with the T. What's up there, Pepe?
All right, y'all. Jasmine Guy is finally speaking out regarding Bill Cosby. She said the pain caused by Bill Cosby's public fall from Grace Yacht is still fresh for many figures from, the past since she was on one of the Cosby spinoff show, A Different World. Now, she said, honey, that, it was very painful, honey, struggling to believe, y'all, that the allegations was true. She said, quote, I couldn't really put the two images together. She said, it's heartbreaking for those of us in the business that admire him, his talent, and his mind. And then as a black person, it's heartbreaking because he meant a lot to the community, y'all. We all know that, she said was really interesting. And I wonder if y'all remember this. She said a joke, just one little joke by comedian Hannibal Burris, y'all, going viral in 2014 to bring fresh eyes, y'all, to that case. And Rick, do y'all know who he is? This Hannibal Burris?
Special K, don't you know Hannibal Burris?
I met him once. He's a comedian out of Chicago, but he's pretty popular on the mainstream circuit.
Really? Well, that joke from him, honey, just really brought this man down. But she said, that when she first heard rumblings about Cosby's alleged abuses, she frankly had discussion with some of the men in her life to gain some insight into his behavior. She said, just to understand the mentality, which is still baffling, she explained. She said, I asked practical questions like, what pleasure do you get out of being with someone who's kind of out of it? She said, I don't expect people to be perfect, and I don't expect human beings not to falter. She said, I just don't understand. She said, I just don't know what the meanings behind all this stuff. And she also wanted to say that NBC treated Different World real bad. She said they treated that show because she said they let her, the NBC let them know that, look, honey, y'all are not number one. Y'all are number two, honey, or number three. Y'all fall behind the Cosby Show, honey, and Friends. So she said, y'all remember that. And she said they really didn't respect them at all from 1987 to 1993, the whole time that the show was on. She said, because Cheers and all that was a ha-ha back then. So, but, she's doing well now, and, everything's going well with Mr. Cosby. He's out of jail. So, kudos to everybody. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is trout. On the high end, you say trout, and on the lunch, you say beautiful gray. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, somebody being investigated for criminal battery. And I'm going to tell you who it is up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, an early morning dispute on Thursday. Kanye West is being investigated for alleged battery by an unknown male victim. People were called, the police were actually called, but when they arrived at 3 a.m., Kanye had already left the area. But TMZ did post a video where Kanye's yelling, "Did y'all say that or not? Did y'all say that or not?" Because that's what happened right now. Now, it's unclear if the footage is related to the incident being investigated, so we shall find out, because a Los Angeles detective, they'll be conducting an investigation to determine what actually occurred, and no other information was released. So they're gonna stay on that, because whoever this person is, even if Kanye bumped into him, this somebody that may just want some money. They come up with any and every little thing to sue people these days.
Right.
All right, y'all, moving on. Roddy Ricch, he was set to perform on SNL this weekend, but he had to cancel because he was exposed to COVID. Now, he wrote on his IG story, due to recent COVID exposure on my team, and to keep everyone safe, I won't be able to perform on SNL this weekend. He continued, I'm working with SNL, the whole team, to lock in a new date, though. Stay safe, love, stay safe. I understand that he trying to, would y'all have missed y'all, if it wasn't y'all? Would you miss Saturday Night Live? Would you miss your Saturday Night Live performance?
I think I'll have to go in there with a mask on. You don't miss Saturday Night Live. How often you get to do that? Kay?
Exactly.
As a comic.
That's something you got to do no matter what. I mean,
right.
Hey, man, whatever.
Right.
I'll be there.
All right, y'all. Moving on, Chris Brown and Drake. They're seeking dismissal of the copyright infringement lawsuit over their hit No Guidance. Now, according to Billboard, the two say the suit, which was filed by Brandon Cooper and Timothy Valentine, is baseless. Cooper and Valentine alleged that Brown and Drake stole the hook "You Got It," amongst other things. Now, the lawyer said in a statement, no one, including plaintiffs, can own or monopolize the non-copyrightable phrase "you got it." It should come as no surprise that this phrase appears in countless other works. They also noted that Cooper and Valentine couldn't prove the artist even came across their song in the past, which is required in a copyright infringement case. What y'all think about that?
I mean, you got to prove it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody say you got. Who used to say you got it in the commercial?
You got it.
No. I was thinking about the Toyota commercial, whatever. But
they need to sue Usher then. You got it bad. I mean, the word "you got it" is, hey, what's up? You got it.
Yeah, but you said that they have to prove that they came across it with Usher like him and Usher had some contact, and he was saying some stuff or shared some lyrics. You got
Chris Brown and Drake. Right.
Chris Brown and Drake, right? So that is a good point in court. You got to prove it, that it was stolen.
How do you prove that, though? You probably had to record you being somewhere listening to their song. How do you prove that?
That just seemed like it's a reach. If you got to go through all that just to get to the, I feel like it's a reach.
You got to walk around with body cams on.
All the time, you got it. So, no.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of a common statement. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU Know. And in the meantime, in between time, why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. Who we repping today, Rock T?
Man, we going to Spelman College, man. Spelman College. Get ready, man. HBCU Know coming up next. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
Hey, no. And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU Know.
What's up, baby? Rock TZ in the house, man. Holla at your boy. You know I get excited about our HBCUs out there. We're going to always showcase and highlight our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our phenomenal historically black colleges and universities. Let's talk about one of Spelman College's historical students. I don't even know where to start, man, but I do know this. I'm going to take my time with this one right here. Y'all turn your radio up. Through a tragic summer prior to her senior year in college, she began writing poems to work through her depression. She is known to have a strong voice for the African American and feminist communities. Never one to back down from any kind of controversy. She is one of the biggest voices in American literature. She coined the term womanist, which means black feminist. She was granted a full scholarship to Spelman College for having the highest academic achievement of her class. Not one of the highest, the highest academic achievements in her class. She's written several iconic poems and novels. She marched alongside the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the great Alice Walker. She's received several awards and honors. Man, I'll be here till next week if I named all of them. But she's best known as the Pulitzer Prize winning author of The Color Purple. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU Know.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier. If you have any any questions, hit us up at 8669-RICKY, 8669-RICKEY. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and thank you so much once again for the opportunity to bring this information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So, Ricky, we got some information about this COVID virus. The reported number of COVID-19 infections in the United States is still rising. Over the past week, the country reported more than 5.5 million cases in the week ending Wednesday, according to Johns Hopkins University data. Compared to the week before, 47 states have rising case counts, 38 states have rising death counts, and 49 states have more COVID-19 patients in hospital beds. The country now has more than 152,000 hospitalized COVID-19 patients, and the number of hospitalizations for children under age 4 has markedly increased. We have 25,000 people in intensive care beds, Ricky. So this Omicron variant is rearing its ugly head. So one good thing about this, Ricky, if there's a light at the end of the tunnel, is that infection with the Omicron variant should create immunity in the community for the next year. An annual COVID-19 shot at that point may or may not be necessary. Once Omicron gets through the United States, the rest of the year we should see far fewer cases, so COVID can be treated more like a seasonal flu. So we are going to see a marked increase in the next 3-4 weeks, but then it should start dropping. This is exactly what has happened in South Africa. So we have a biological model that would show us that. And lastly, for people who have been vaccinated and boosted now, we still want you to wear your mask. But you've seen people that have a mask they've been folding up and carrying in their pocket for a month. And so don't do that, people. It's been said that you should use a good mask, particularly an N95, for no more than 5 uses. So that really means like a work week, Monday through Friday. And then the next time or for the weekend or for the next week, please get a new mask. Do not
walk around with a used pamper on their face.
So protect yourself, and if you haven't gotten your vaccine, please. This Omicron is being driven by the unvaccinated. Get your vaccine, please. But wear that mask, but don't overwear it. Do not overwear it. I don't want to see another wet, soggy, dirty mask that's been carried around. The mask I saw my son yesterday, he probably been wearing all school year, and I'm like, where did you get this mask from?
Man, look at here. All right, let's go to the phones. You on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yeah, my question is, okay, I just got over COVID, and I had a date for the booster shot. Do I still need to get the booster?
If you have been fully immunized, meaning 2 injections of either the Pfizer or the Moderna or one of the Johnson & Johnson, you have gotten the disease state and recuperated from the disease state, that natural immunity plus your vaccination optimizes your immune status. They are still saying that you can get a booster. Dr. Collier's medical opinion is you don't necessarily have to because you can't be any more immune than you already are. But if you'd like to get one, particularly if you're in an environment where you're constantly exposed to people like healthcare or, say, restaurant worker or some people occupation, then, yes, you can get a booster.
All right, y'all, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I'd like to know, with the Omicron virus out here, it's supposed to be the most deadliest one, why is the CDC dropping the restriction for being off work from 2 weeks down to 5 or 10 days? And it's kind of forcing people to go back to work, or even if they're still infected. Why are they doing that?
This is a big question and problem that's not based on the science. That's based on, I think, the economic need to keep the economy stable. They want to get people back in the workforce. But I recommend that, and they didn't also recommend people get tested before returning back to work. So if you're still having symptoms after 5 days, take another 5 days and get a test before you return back to your workplace. That 5-day recommendation is not something that Dr. Collier agrees with, and most healthcare professionals do not. I think, again, that's economy and economic driven, not science-based. These are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or its production crew. You can reach me on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ. Follow me on Facebook. I'll follow you back, I promise.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's Morning Show. Gary has a tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Friday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The prayer warriors are definitely being solicited right now as we speak, y'all, for John Legend. I don't know if y'all heard the news, but John Legend has sold his music rights and everything he owns. They're saying y'all that the singer, songwriter, and producer is the latest star to sell his music catalog. Y'all, like Tina Turner and some other celebrities, y'all, has cashed in by selling the rights to his catalogs of songs and recording royalties. Now, according to a public filing back in September cited by Bloomberg, y'all, they're saying that the 12-time Grammy Award winning crooners, y'all, sold both the copyrights to and royalties from music he wrote from the late 2004 to early last year. Now, they're saying that BMG Rights Management, the international music company, which has worked with the artist since acquiring his music publisher, Cherry Lane Music Publishing Company, back in 2010, bought, y'all, the rights in partnership with the private equity firm of KKR and Company, y'all. They're saying that the partner, I don't know. Brad, have you sold your catalog, or did you have one?
You so funny.
Very.
When you're a prolific writer like myself, you definitely have one. And yes, I was thinking about selling it. I really am.
Hey. Really? But Brad, if you had to guess, how much money you think he got?
Oh, he got some hits now. He sold a lot of records, and he wrote most of them. So he's got a few, and they worldwide hits. They not just R&B. They pop, too. You know, they go across the globe.
But why he sold it? Because some people say he probably sold it because after Chrissy got bullied all last year, honey, and she ain't got no money coming in. They need money in that house.
Why you always got to resort to that, though? I mean,
because that's what's out in the press.
If it's something to sell, like you got a house or a car to sell, you sell it. You may want to sell it to get some money. You may want to buy something else. You may just want to see your money before you get up out of here. It ain't no telling why he doing it.
Well, that's true. So
what do you think, Brad? 100 million?
It's worth something nice. I don't know about 100 million.
Not that much.
I don't know about 100 million, but he gonna get a nice, pretty penny for it. Definitely in the millions.
Well, yeah, we would hope, honey. I mean, what's the songs he made again? Because I don't remember none.
He started with Ordinary People.
Ordinary
he got a lot of songs.
Ordinary people.
You don't know which way to go.
Well,
The fact that he can sell his catalog is what's dope, Gary, because he actually owns it. You know, a lot of artists don't own their catalog.
Because they don't write.
Thank you.
Well, Beyonce
fact
owned
that he
Destiny's
can
Child, so they can't. Kelly and none of them can't sell nothing because Beyonce own all of that too. Then I guess so. If they ever get broke, they're just gonna be broke.
What?
Because if you wrote he write all his music just like Mariah Carey does. So that means they own that. So the girls that's on the show that sing when they don't write the music, do they get something from the catalog?
No, not if you don't write. If you're not a writer, you don't get royalties. I mean, but you could perform and get money to get paid to do the song.
Yeah, but you gotta keep performing. When Beyonce could sit at home, honey, just send a letter say, "Girl, I'm selling this, honey, and now I'm rich, and y'all still sitting out here."
She would get 100 million plus. Beyonce, okay?
Really?
I got $600 for the Friday after.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
I'm just playing.
That's some shoestrings. But anyway, y'all, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Simon Guobadia, y'all, honey. Oh my God, somebody tried to shame Simon. Now, if y'all don't know who Simon is, he's the fiance to Portia Williams. Now they're saying, y'all, that Simon's ex-wife, Miss Fallon Pena, and her new partner, Jalen Banks, y'all, you know, they put it out there that Simon forgot his son's birthday party the other day while he was getting a beautiful tattoo of Portia's name on his back. Well, now, honey, it's out there. Simon let it be known, honey, that he did make it to his son's birthday party. He gave him a birthday party. He said, "Happy birthday to my son Christian, who turned 12 years old this past Sunday." He said, "You are a gentle giant at 6'1". The gentlest of all my children and the biggest heart I've ever known in life." He said, "You bring us so much love and joy with your quick wit and infectious love of laughter." He said, "I love you so much, honey." He said, you know, all of it, you have a great week and so on and so forth. But not only did Simon say something, but his beautiful fiance went out and said something as well. Portia, she said, "Happy birthday, Christian. You are literally the sweetest boy, and might I add, one of the brightest. I'm so proud of you. Your mom and dad have done an excellent job with you. Love, Daddy." Pulled up with the most active party yesterday. Woo, she said, "I was so tired after laser tag, but I did whip up on Simon in air hockey, but I have to admit, he did get me back when it came to bowling, although I did extra points for my magnificent form." She said, hashtag best son, hashtag best dad, and hashtag family first.
That's beautiful.
Aww.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. That
And Portia can bowl, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah. You and Gary, you can bowl.
I sure can, honey. Make no error with y'all, honey. Just because, you know, don't look like I can do a lot of things, but I can bowl.
Yeah,
honey.
I remember we went bowling. But did you go? Yeah, you went bowling with us that time. Gary was out there killing everybody.
It's them legs. Them legs got that coordination.
Gary, you been bowling your whole life?
I've been, but we used to bowl. That's all we did because, you know, we were poor. So we did have the bowling alley that we were able to walk to bowl at. In Port Arthur, and honey, I used to go bowl, and I used to skate. I don't know what happened with the skating part that I kind of lost that, but
he likes the hard bowling balls.
It's just the thing with them bowling balls just brought you to life. Big heavy balls.
Just throwing them, honey, just really makes me just.
Gary, did you have your own ball or you used theirs?
No. We had a guy. Believe it or not, back at the station, a guy came to the station back years ago, and I have my own ball. Thank you that I throw. Thank you. So I have my own bowling ball. So I'm definitely a great bowler. I need to get back to bowling, honey.
What's the weight of your bowling ball?
And doing extracurricular stuff. All right, the color today, y'all. We ain't going there. The producer said time. The color today, y'all, is trout. On the high end, you say trout, and on the low end, you say beautiful gray, y'all. That's the color for today.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, time for the wake-up calls. Get at me, 866-9-RICKY. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, go and be better. Wake up, wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning and wake up to my final sorors, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I want to wake up all the Alpha Kappa Alphas in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm 8 Omega Spring 19. This is Shanzetta. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
So I want to wake up the ladies of Zeta Chapter, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Sharika Brown.
This is Teresa calling from Orlando, Florida, calling to wake up all my oh-so-pretty sorors. Ski-wee, my sorors. Ski-wee.
Lock in, what's yours? Cause we gon' let them know.
Let them know. Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, man.
You welcome.
Thank you, Brett.
Mind, body, business with Maria Moore on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. Listen. Hey, good morning, Maria.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. So now, listen, so mind, body, and business, when a person is new to exercise and they really don't feel comfortable in the gym, it can be kind of intimidating to start a fitness program, but as usual, you have tips to share. So I know you got something for us this morning.
Oh, yeah. You know, I always say, Rickey, that the body follows the mind, right? So the mind is telling the body what to do. And it's very important that you approach everything with confidence, not just working out, but your professional goals and your relationships and everything. But specifically when it relates to fitness, I have 4 ways to boost your self-confidence so you can train like a pro. So number 1, you got to establish a routine. Confidence comes from completion, and completion requires consistency. So knowing what exercise you're going to do and on what days is an easy way to alleviate the stress of starting a new workout routine. A lot of times when I'm in the gym, you know, I see people that are clearly new to exercise or don't know what they're doing. They just looking at the machines like, I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, they're using the machines all wrong. It's just, you know, really doing the most. So you got to go in there with a plan. So begin with basic body weight exercises, squats, push-ups, jumping jacks. Maybe if you want to incorporate some weights, do something simple like a dumbbell curl. And then do that same routine for about 4 weeks so you can build up your confidence and move on to something a little more complicated. Number 2, Rickey, go ahead. No,
I was just going to ask you just real quick, how do you build power?
So in terms of power, I tell people really focus on like heart rate training, because when you think about those power explosive exercises, they really require you to train in a higher heart rate zone. So you got to build up your endurance. So you want to do like intervals. So you really want to work your heart rate up really high and then take a short rest period and repeat that cycle over and over again so your body gets used to the power. And you definitely want to train yourself with the weights. But that's a really good question. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in another one of these points. But my second point, Rickey, is to modify as needed. You don't need to pressure yourself to be a pro right out of the gate. Folks be out there trying to hurt themselves, you know, not trying, but, you know, unintentionally hurting themselves. Rickey, I remember one time, me and my homegirl, we were doing squats. And we know how to do squats, right? We know how to do heavy squats. So we finished up, you know, this brother come over to the squat rack. You know, he see us standing there. You know how men are in their egos. He ain't even warming up. So he trying to squat the same weight that we just did. We had to help this man get this weight off of his back. I mean.
Oh, that's bad.
It sure wasn't rock to you, Special K.
He was turning red, his veins was popping out the side of his neck. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? Like,
y'all had to lift it off of him, real.
We had to lift it off of him.
We're trying to show out.
You gotta leave the gym after that.
Maria, he tried to get that number. Did he still try to get that number?
Man, he got his bag and left. He ain't even make eye contact with us.
You gotta go after that.
Damn, Super Dave, why you
We're trying to show out.
Every now and then I'll do that.
All right, so just listen, modify, know where you are. You know, if you have tight hips, you can start with a seated squat. And also, you know, if you can't do push-ups, you can use like a couch or ottoman or do a push-up on the wall. But listen, you ain't got to impress
Maria,
nobody.
No excuse.
Yeah.
Hey,
what can somebody like Gary do to build up his legs?
You know what?
My legs are fine, thank you. They walking.
Tell him, Gary.
Gary's legs are actually pretty toned. He's had some nice legs. You know, he has
What about his
pretty
back
nice
meat?
legs.
Back meat.
The back meat, you know, y'all
Those
leave
are
my
wings.
friend alone.
Those are wings.
Maria, I ain't paying them no attention,
You are
child.
beautiful.
You better not, Gary.
Gary,
You are
tell him,
handsome.
Gary, you're in a cocoon. You're going to fly someday. Those are wings.
Okay, now, baby, just watch me transform, boo.
Got a cocoon. Oh, butterfly.
There you have it.
All right, so number 3, get yourself a workout buddy or an accountability partner, and make sure you stick with someone whose goals and fitness level are similar to yours. Rickey, I had this homegirl, and she was like, yeah, you want to go running? And, you know, I don't like cardio. I like to do, you know, lift weights or whatever. And we out at the track. this heifer running laps around me, you know, waving. I'm trying to keep up. I'm power walking and stuff, you know, and I just felt real defeated. So, you know, you really want to make sure that you work out with someone who is like at the same level as you and, you know, has the same goals as you. And then finally, track your workouts. Seeing your progress is a great confidence booster. So say, you know, week 1, you could only do 8 push-ups in a minute. By week 3, you're doing 20 push-ups in a minute. So it's really important that you're tracking things so that you can remind yourself of how you are progressing. So those are 4 things. And the last thing I want to say is if you don't feel comfortable working out in the gym, you can stay at home. Just stay at home and exercise. Do you a video on YouTube, but definitely take those steps to build up your confidence. So that's what I have for you today.
Just want to tell the men, y'all make sure y'all bench press, because when you make a love to your woman, your arms can't be trembling.
Hold him up.
He's falling, can't hold himself up.
Yeah,
Get up off of me.
but that ain't sexy right there. Talking about whose is in your arms trembling.
Shaking at the elbows.
Remember that Danny Glover fell and he was in the bed with ceiling. He said, God. All right, Maria, let everybody know how you can be reached.
My website is mariamore.com, MariaMore.com. I'm really active on Instagram. Follow me at Maria Moore. That's more with 1 O. Ricky, you crazy.
Black Tony, what's up?
Hey,
you coming to bro?
No,
bro, it's Friday, bro.
I know you got my message there, and I had text you. I had sent you a text. I'm having.
What happened?
I got to take a legit sick day today, Shawty. Just not even no cap. Just not even no, you know. I had to take a legit sick day.
Hey, Rock, how many sick days you got left?
Let's see, 365 days times 5. Yeah, do the math, man. Pull out your calculator.
Hey, look here, Shawty. I know y'all don't joke. I said, listen up, Shawty. I know y'all don't joke time and everything funny to y'all, but let me tell you, this ain't no joke, Shawty. I was almost up out of here yesterday.
You was almost up out of here? What you mean?
I was almost up out of here yesterday.
What happened?
I just want to say I love y'all so much. Rick, I love you.
What's going on, Black Tony?
T, I love you so much, Brett. I just love all of y'all. I was in front of my grandmama's house. And
you stay with them over there.
Outside. These children in the neighborhoods outside, and they were cussing. And it was an old folk waiting on the bus. And I stepped to them children. I said, hey, look here. They were about 11, 12. I said, look here. Y'all ain't going to be cussing out here in front of your old folk. Y'all got to have some respect.
Yeah.
And and one little child, I said, who you think you is? And boy, I stepped to that little boy. I said, listen here, boy. Let me tell you something. I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I remember. That little boy slapped me. That little boy, Rick, that little boy slapped me so hard. I heard it before I felt it. Or maybe I felt it before I heard it, but I thought he had shot me. So I was blind for about 3 hours. So
you say you felt it. You say you felt it before you heard it, or you don't know if you heard it before you felt it?
Yeah, I was blind for like 3 hours. I was looking for a dog and everything. Shut up. Order me a handicap sticker for the kid.
Seeing eye dog.
Oh, it's rolled up and look like I'm wearing a motorcycle helmet. Who raising these children? So?
Hey, how hard is Black Tony? Black Tony. Boy, you ain't never got slapped until you got slapped like that, boy.
Woo. One of my shoes was across the street. I don't even
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, 7 minutes after the hour, y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Swiffer. That's right, brought to you by Swiffer. Use Sweeper, Wet Jet, and Dusters to stop cleaning and start Swiffering. That's right, if your house is dusty, that's what you need. It's not COVID, it's dust. Gary, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Friday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. James Bond, y'all, the next James Bond. People are talking about who's going to be the next James Bond, and one name in particular people are talking about is Michael B. Jordan. They're saying, y'all, does Michael B. Jordan has what it takes to be the next James Bond, y'all. And a lot of people are saying, y'all, no. They're saying, y'all, Michael B. Jordan, Regé-Jean Page, Idris Elba, Daniel Kaluuya, and Tom Holland, and Chris Hemsworth. Y'all, they're wondering, should any of these actors be the James Bond? And somebody said the question came up because it went viral, y'all, today. We're talking about Mr. Michael B. Jordan. And somebody said, honey, anyone but Michael B. Jordan. Then another person said, y'all, there are only two reasonable options, y'all. Do not give Michael B. Jordan anything, not even a supporting role. And then somebody else said Michael B. Jordan wouldn't make a good James Bond. And they're saying, what's the role? Is the role hard to be James Bond? They say all you got to do is look good, order a martini, say shaken, not stirred, and then shoot at people. They say, there you have it. They say, so maybe Michael B. Jordan could be there, but they're saying right now, he is far away from that role. I think they should give Michael B. Jordan that role. He's dating the beautiful Lori Harvey. His father-in-law is a very famous man. And, I mean, he could get all kind of promotions, honey, and stuff, if he was to become that role. But people are saying, now, do y'all think so? First of all, are y'all familiar with James Bond, the movie, number one?
Oh, absolutely. I love James Bond. Grew up on James Bond, especially the New Orleans, the old New Orleans when Gary, remember?
Yes. Yes, and I love
the living let die.
But you know what it seems like that role? James Bond has always been kind of an older, kind of a debonair, he had a certain older swag to him.
Idris Elba.
Roger Moore.
They'll throw a new spin on it in a minute, though.
Oh, yeah.
It just seems like he might be too young to play James Bond.
Yeah, they say he played in Creed and he played some other movies or what have you and stuff. But I think Idris Elba would make a better James Bond, than Michael B. Jordan.
That would be good.
Me too.
Yeah,
he already got the accent too.
Yeah, or Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Oh, damn, Ricky.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they need to give him that role soon. But people just saying that, I just say that.
Like, ain't been going
right now.
I know, yeah.
Better start shooting that next week.
Right.
So we're going to see him if Michael B. Jordan gets this role or not, y'all. But I don't know. But he's a great actor, but I don't know about James Bond. All right, moving on in other celebrity news. Now, Ricky, this is something you can help me with because honey, you're a pilot, you fly, sonny. It's being reported, y'all, that Young Thug got thrown off of a private jet, y'all. Now, according to TMZ, they say Young Thug went off on his pilot. Ricky, can you go off on your pilot after a member of his party allegedly, y'all, didn't give the pilot the proper ID to fly? Now, they say the rapper was on a private jet with some friends recently, including Gunna, and they said they were on their way, y'all, to New York from Miami. They said when one of his friends didn't have the proper ID, the pilot asked the doggone man to just step off the plane. And they're saying the pilot also informed Thug that someone traveling in his group made the flight attendant feel uncomfortable, and therefore they can't fly. And they say cops were called on, and the law enforcement sources said that everything was sorted out, and Gunna and Young Thug booked another private plane to fly to their destination. They say no one was detained or arrested. If this is a private plane, Ricky, I'm paying you this money to fly.
Right.
I can't do what I want.
You shouldn't have to. I mean, you can't harass the lady that's there to serve you or whatever, make her uncomfortable or say anything out of the way to her. But if they ask for ID, just give them your ID or whatever. But usually they don't ask for ID. I remember one time a production company had to send the comedian because the flight had canceled, so. On the Mike Epps tour, we all had to jump on a jet. They didn't ask us for ID that they got for us or whatever. It was smooth sailing, but they usually don't ask for ID. I don't understand.
Well, maybe it looks suspicious. I don't know. So I don't know. But honey, they got put off their plane. They had to get them another one though. So the people flying private planes are just like they getting in the car to drive.
I mean, if you got a show to do and the shows get canceled, sometimes you have to the production company would send a jet. Sometimes it'd be propeller. Sometimes it'd be a damn crop duster.
They gonna get you there.
And yeah, you get on that damn plane and you go and spray you about 2 or 3 cornfields, and then they get you to your destination after they stop about 3 times to get gas. I ain't lying about this.
But it wasn't like the one that me and Brad flew on with you that time.
Oh God.
Yeah, something like that.
Just shut up, Ricky. They ain't sending that.
I have when in them little planes, they cheap. I mean, you pay the same price you pay for Southwest. One of the major air carriers or whatever. You just got to get there. It don't matter. It be bumpy. You be hate to fly in the clouds. You get tossed around. Yeah, y'all got scared when y'all saw them ashtrays.
I didn't want to say nothing.
had Gary screaming, talking about, hold me, bitch, hold me.
Yeah, they didn't remodel the airplane on the inside, but the engine was good. That's all that mattered. The engine
that thing looked like a 1970 Seville. It had carpet, dirty carpet, ashtrays in the seat, armrests. It was come on, Rick.
But we tricked Gary. I said, Gary, we just gonna
plane though. You did.
I said we just gonna drive around the runway. We're gonna ride around the runway, and then I got on there and I got clearance to take off. And I pushed that throttle forward. We started going fast. And next thing you know, we were flying over Buckhead. Gary told Bray, said, bitch, hold me.
The Kaluna Day, this is one of my favorite Kaluna. My Kaluna Day is trial. On the high end, you say trial, on the low end, say, and this helper wouldn't even hold me. I'm like, God damn.
I ain't holding you. You ain't my bitch.
Hey, look, if y'all want to see it, you can go to Rickey Smiley for real. The whole episode, we was actually shooting for the Rickey Smiley for real, so we'll make sure we post that on the Facebook page. But that was hilarious.
It was funny. You flew that plane though. I was scared at first, but then I was proud, all up in the air, proud of you. Like, look at this boy.
Oh man, it ain't nothing, man. I love flying. All right, man. And we want to encourage students that there's a HBCU in Miami, Florida, called Florida Memorial. So if you got a kid that want to be a pilot, definitely consider that HBCU. They have a school right by the runway. They have access to an airport, and a lot of black pilots come from Florida Memorial. Just a side note. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, man, we are already halfway through January. So, how are you doing with your goals and your New Year's resolutions and all that stuff? Now, research actually shows that most people give up on their so-called resolutions by mid-January. It's like January the 19th to be exact. So if the end is already near and your New Year's resolution is not working out, y'all need to hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKY, and finish this sentence. I'm going to take a couple of words out. I said I was leaving blank behind in 2021 because it's already not working out because blank. All right? So I said I was leaving blank behind in 2021 because it's already not working out because blank. All right, hit us up, 866-9-RICKY. Anybody on here? Brett?
Well, I said I was leaving Mary J. behind in 2021, but it's already not working out too well because I be smoking. That's what I be doing.
Oh, my Lord.
Gary.
I ain't left nothing yet because, honey, Ricky, I don't make resolutions. I just keep stuff in my head. You know, because
right.
you're not going to remember it.
Yeah, the New Year's came up so fast, like I didn't even get a chance to make a New Year's resolution.
Exactly.
I'm like, maybe I might need to make one for February. Have my New Year's February the 1st.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel rock.
I said I was leaving eating too many sweets behind in 2021, but it's not working out so well because I had 2 of them doggone golden chocolate Hostess cupcakes last night.
Golly, Eva.
Well, I said I was leaving COVID behind in 2021, but it is not working out well. Y'all already know I was diagnosed the first week of January. I messed that thing up quick.
Special K.
I'm with Rock, man. I was trying to leave donuts in particular in 2021, but I fell off the wagon. I was in Quick Trip, and they were putting out some fresh ones. Man, I grabbed 2 of the chocolate covered one. I attacked him like a crackhead in that car, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was ashamed. I said,
Cut my legs off and call me Shorty. All right, listen. Let's go to the phones. 866-9-RICKY. 866-9-RICKY. I need y'all to fill in the blank. I said I was leaving blank behind in 2021, but it's already not.
That's one of my favorite things you ever said, dog.
What'd you say, Rock?
Say it again.
One of my favorite things you ever said.
Man, my uncle Scobie used to say that. Cut my legs off and call me Shorty. Rest in peace, Uncle Scobie. Hey, look, I'm trying to, Dave, make him stop.
Stop, Rock.
Man, tell him to chill out. We got a show to do.
When you think about it, that's some funny stuff.
Yeah.
He said, cut my legs off and call me Shorty.
Jesus.
That's Uncle Scobie. James Reed. Yes, sir. Uncle
Supposed to be
Scobie.
adults.
Cut my legs off and call me shorty. Listen, let's go to the phones. 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Good morning.
Yes, I said I was leaving the cigarettes in 2021, but the e-cig caught me in 2022. That's why I couldn't leave it alone.
2021 ain't going so good. I tried to leave garnishment behind 2021, but my baby mama keeps pop back and forth, man.
So in 2021, I tried to leave behind drama and bull, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out because my kid's father, Goatmouth Mama, has been harassing me since I moved to Texas.
I said I was going to not eat sweets and start eating better, but it ain't working out because my husband keep bringing them Krispy Kreme donuts, bread, and some ice cream.
God.
Oh, my God. I just want to strangle him.
I was trying to leave drinking alone, but then I had to quarantine with a 4-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a Delta.
I try to leave behind the bullshit, and then their daddy trying to move back in.
All right, man, I see y'all in your car, ski wind, throwing up the pinky finger, man. Shout out to all the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, especially my high school classmates, because it seems like most of them, AKAs, y'all, I got Zeta Phi Beta. Don't get mad, Zeta Phi Beta. I got your song coming up next, and then I got Battle of the Sexes, so y'all don't want to miss all of this. Coming up, Rick, what you say? Hey, what you say, Special K?
Huh? Oh, no.
All right, y'all, it's about that time for Battle of the Sexes. We got from my hometown, 216, Cleveland, Ohio. We got Wendy. Hey, what's up? You ready, Wendy?
Hey, let's do this thing, y'all.
We got Shreveport, Louisiana on the phone.
I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. My name is Vincent Harper. I'm a carpenter for Carpenter's Lake.
Hey, listen, if y'all don't know the answer, please use your brain and just say pass. You'll save yourself just a little bit of time. All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, start the clock.
Start the clock. Celebrating their Founders Day tomorrow, what sorority wears 20 pearls?
Okay.
Correct. What fruit is used to make guacamole?
Avocado.
Yes.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Who gets gestational diabetes?
Do what now?
Who gets gestational diabetes?
Oh. Pass.
It's pregnant women.
Oh.
Usually after 45 and can no longer bear children, a woman is in what?
Menopause.
Yes. Jesus
Oh,
Louise.
wow.
Come on now.
Who played Celie on The Color Purple?
Who Goldberg?
Oh.
To pour liquid over meat while cooking it is called what?
Gravy.
To baste. No. On a Chanel purse, what do the 2 C's stand for?
Oh.
What do the 2 C's stand for?
Coco, the founder,
Chanel.
Coco Chanel.
And what you call it when you pour the water over
It's
cube steak?
basting. To baste.
Oh, okay. He said gravy. I would have said gravy. Yeah, because I did take some cube steak out the deep freeze. I'm about to cook it when I get off. Have some cube steak and some rice with some biscuit. Boy, okay, anyway. All right,
By the grandma.
Cleveland, you ready?
Ricky, I'm ready.
All right,
go,
let's go.
Wendy.
Start the clock. What color is the NFL Hall of Fame jacket?
Yellow and black.
Nope, it's gold.
But come on,
What?
Rick,
What?
the yellow.
What gold superstar has a major career setback that started with a discovery of extramarital affairs? He played golf.
Tiger Woods.
Yes. Who father does Will Smith portray in the movie King Richard?
Venus and Serena.
Yes. James Todd Smith is the birth name of this legendary rapper. Whose birthday today? All right. What legendary NFL Hall of Fame coach and announcer died recently?
My boy Madden.
A full-size tractor trailer with a cab has how many wheels?
Oh my God, I'm gonna get 6.
6.
18.
Well, do we have a tie, Eva? What we got?
It's seeming tie-ish to me, Ricky.
No, we won.
Tie-ish. It's feeling tie-ish to me.
Hey, we got Shreveport as the Vincent as a winner special. K, what did he win?
Congratulations, Vincent. Great job. Here's your exciting prize pack from America's Store, the Dollar Tree. You got a totally awesome Rain Fresh laundry detergent with stain lifters. You got a 10-pack of plastic dishwasher-safe infant feeding spoons. You got an 8-foot braided waxed all-purpose utility rope. A family-sized box of naturally vanilla flavored Dunkaroos, sweetened corn cereal. How about some K9 carryouts, beef flavor sausage links? You got a can of cream furniture polish, lemon scent, cleans, protects, and shines. You got Harry and David brand Moose Munch, premium chocolate covered popcorn. How about Imperial Garden, fully cooked, heat and serve, microwavable jumbo hand-rolled lobster egg rolls. You got Essentials brand microfiber duster and mop pad. And from Enos, a 4-ounce bag of mothballs. Kills clothes moths and carpet beetles, including eggs and larvae. All yours, courtesy of the Dollar Tree.
Special K, what kind of cereal he got?
Family-sized box of naturally vanilla-flavored Dunkaroos.
Man, what kind of cereal is Dunkaroos?
Dunkaroos is similar to Corn Pops.
I want some. I want a box right now, dog.
Rat, make him stop.
Naturally sweetened. Vanilla flavored.
What kind of cereal? What's it called?
Dunkaroos.
All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. John Lyon on the ones and twos. Chicken and waffle mix going down. It is 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, man, on the line right now, multi-Grammy award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, and host of the 4th annual Urban One Honors this coming Monday, January the 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern on TV One and Clio TV. Y'all, please help me welcome Neo. What up, boy?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we good, man. We happy to have you this morning, man. Thank you for joining us. I know it's early, and we just excited about the 4th annual Urban One Honors, and you had a chance to host along with our very own Eva, who will be live backstage. Tell us, what can we expect this Monday?
You can expect an absolutely amazing celebration of Black excellence. The theme of the show is the soundtrack to Black America. For me, that basically just meant the music that I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? The music my mama used to clean the house on Sunday too.
Right.
The music used to play, taking us to the babysitter when she had to go to work. You know what I'm talking about? Just all of that music that helped form my childhood on into my teenage years, on into my adult years, and just celebrating and giving people their flowers when they deserve them. A bunch of people being honored, absolutely deserving of that honor. We got Gamble and Huff. We got Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. We got Jennifer Hudson, just to name a few. We got Timbaland. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be an absolutely amazing show.
So this is Eva. What's going on, Neo?
What's going on?
Now, I noticed you've been dropping a lot of music lately, and we love the new single, Stay Down. How are you and Crystal, the Bonnie and Clyde style, when it comes to this project?
If you've seen the video, you know, my leading lady played my leading lady in the video. It just made perfect sense because the song is in part about her. The song is about just that ride or die, that person that you know is going to be down regardless of situation, circumstance, or whatever comes your way. And, I'm blessed to say I got a few people like that in my life, my wife being one of them. So, man, the thing is, I wrote 2 songs about the same thing, and I didn't want to get rid of either one of them, so I just crammed them together, and here we go.
Nice. What up, Neo? It's Brett. So we also hit you on the. What up, Neo? We also hit you on the new Aaliyah album that fans is waiting for this month. How was it working on such a highly anticipated project?
Well, you know what? That project's been a long time coming because if it's the song I'm thinking about, I recorded that song a while ago. Like, I don't know exactly what happened. I know that it was full speed ahead, and then everything just stopped, and then all of a sudden it was back on again. So I'm happy to be a part of it. I've been an Aaliyah fan, you know, from the beginning of it since back and forth, and you know, she definitely gone too soon, and I'm honored to be a part of the album. I truly am.
Man, and we saw you over the holidays in your movie, Hip Hop Family Christmas.
Yes.
Are we going to be seeing you in more film?
You know what? I have an appreciation for the screen, but to be honest, my passion is behind the camera. I'm trying to produce and direct and do all that. But with that being said, I mean, if somebody run at me with the right role, you know, if Marvel jump up, I'm definitely getting on that. So
right. That $20 million check. What?
Okay.
Come on, man.
Man, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Y'all don't miss Neo as he hosts the 4th annual Urban One Honors on Martin Luther King Day this Monday, January the 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern on TV One and Clio TV. So here's the new single, Stay Down. Y'all give it up and show your love for Neo. Hey, love you, man. All right, y'all.
Page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 25 minutes after the hour, y'all, the front page is being brought to you by
Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Yesterday, the Supreme Court blocked the Biden administration from enforcing vaccine mandates on companies with more than 100 employees. However, the court did vote 5-4 to allow the administration to move forward with a vaccine mandate for healthcare workers. And 2 days after delivering his big speech in Atlanta calling for action on voting rights, President Biden told reporters yesterday that he is unsure if voting rights legislation could get past Congress. The statement came after a holdout Democratic Senator Kyrsten Sinema unexpectedly took the floor of the Senate to say that she would not join the other Democrats in changing the filibuster rules in order to get it done. In other news, the December job report has been released, and last week shows a big racial gap in unemployment rates, especially for Black women. Nationwide, the unemployment rate went down and it's now at 3.9%. White, Asians, and Hispanics saw a decline in unemployment, but the rate for Black people increased from 6.5% in November to 7.1% in December. Now, while Black men are able to secure more jobs these days, the unemployment rate for Black women went up to 6.2%. Last but certainly not least, Amazon-owned grocery chain Whole Foods is claiming that it has a constitutional right not to allow their employees to wear Black Lives Matter masks at work. This comes after an employee filed a labor complaint saying that they were told that their mask did not comply with the company's dress code. Whole Foods urges that the Black Lives Matter message wasn't singled out in particular, but it does not allow any employees to wear a message of any unrelated to his business. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, our sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Oh, yeah. It's about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. Rock T NFL picks of the week, the wild card round in the NFL playoffs. I'm not going to give you the over or the under. I'm just going to tell you who's going to win the damn game. Let's get it popping. Las Vegas Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals. It was fun while it lasted for Raider Nation, but Cincinnati is the real deal. Joe Burrow is the truth. Pick the Bengals to win this game right here. My flip a coin game of the week is New England going into Buffalo to play the Bills. This game will depend on which version of quarterback Josh Allen takes the field. It's going to go down to the wire because you know Bill Belichick is a monster in the playoffs as well. Buffalo will win this game by a field goal. Philadelphia at Tampa Bay. Tom Brady in the playoffs. Enough said. Tampa Bay wins that game, man. Pittsburgh at Kansas City. Great that Big Ben Roethlisberger made the playoffs in his final year with the Steelers, but it will be one and done for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kansas City's going to win this game. Arizona at the LA Rams. The Kyler Murray story has been great. He will be a superstar in this league for a long time, but the Rams was built to win the Super Bowl now. They will beat Arizona and send them back, packing to the crib in the last game. San Francisco 49ers coming to Dallas to play the Dallas Cowboys. Is Dak Prescott who we think he is? Does he have the talent that we think he has? On the field, talent for talent, on paper, in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys is the best team in the NFL. But can they put it all together to beat the 49ers this week? Yes, they can. Pick the Cowboys to beat San Francisco. If anybody have any problems with my picks, man, yeah, I'm right here on social media.
I think the last one.
What?
Super Day, the last one.
He said the best team in the NFL. You're going too far with that. You better not say. Now I'm a Cowboy fan.
Me
Don't
too,
do that. Don't do that.
On paper.
Right.
I don't care. Not even on paper. Are you crazy?
Paper.
No,
On
not
paper.
on paper.
Yes,
on what?
sir.
What are they
Rock
showing
T.
you on paper?
We ain't got time to go into details.
The
Brad got
music
hot
in the
spot
background,
right
though.
Okay, Brad.
Meet me on the Instagram live at Rock T. Holla.
Man. Oh, Lord.
We got to start drug testing at this place, man.
Wow.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Bottom of the hour, it is time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Now, it's safe to say a bit of deja vu may have occurred for viewers of the Real World Homecoming Los Angeles. As I mentioned last week, Tammy Roman had to call her husband, Reggie, on David for being disrespectful. Well, now, David Edwards was seen leaving the Real World house early once again. But his early exit gave a similar feeling to viewers who also witnessed his grand exit back in 1993 during the show's original run. This time, David felt he took Tammy too far, and that Tammy took it too far, by getting her husband involved, and expressed that he would never do that to her. He said, as angry as I was, I would never do that to her. I would never have my wife come up here. I would never cross that line. He also felt like the other roommates did not have his back in the situation and accusing everybody of attempting him to put him in a negative light, is what he said. He decided to call up an executive producer, Kevin Lee, telling him, we need to talk 911. So the two met up off camera, but they was still mic'd. You know how the reality shows do. Yeah. And after David explained his frustration about Reggie, he made the decision to gracefully bow out and leave the house. David said, I would love to stay, but it's going in a direction where it's not going to be good for anybody, and I'm not here for that. My character was being assassinated again, and I didn't appreciate it. Now, if y'all watched it before, do anybody remember, didn't he go off on Tammy, or what happened with that a long time ago? I know they got into it, and it was a big deal, and we didn't even have social media then.
I can't remember. It was so long ago, and there's been so many reality shows since then.
Oh my God, I know.
Just clouded your brain with it.
I
Between
know.
the housewives and the basketball wives and the little people, the Oompa Loompas, the lollipop kids. God
It
dang.
was one of the most epic blow-ups, though. Because
It was one of the first ones, right?
Yes, it's the beginning of reality TV, and there was a racial divide, and Tammy went off. Absolutely off. And she was under a blanket, I believe, and didn't have clothes on.
He was trying to pull it off, right?
Yes,
or something like
she
that.
She told him, don't move it. And they were living together. And he snatched it off, and baby, it went crazy from there.
Then she had great reason to go off on his butt.
Yes, she did.
All right, y'all, moving on. Mariah Carey, my bestie, has written a children's book, Gary.
Oh, she did, with all these children about it.
And she shared the cover on Instagram. Don't do it. She described it as a fairy tale for holiday lovers of all ages. And one of the characters is named Mariah. And she said it was empowering to transform her childhood turmoil, darling, into a modern classic fairy tale full of wonder and boundless hope. The Christmas Princess will be released, y'all, in December. So congratulations, Mariah. Me and Mariah.
Hey.
Go back like babies with pacifiers.
Hey.
Oh, dirty dog, no liar. Keep the fantasy hot like fire.
Right.
R.I.P. ODB. Oh, Lord. Last but not least, y'all, reports say that Kanye West, Lord, is set up to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Please tell me why. He traveling to Moscow to do a Sunday service. He will also handle a few business endeavors. I mean, he
get
just
took
don't
hostage
stop.
or something then.
Okay.
Try to talk him into wearing some of them Hearst One tennis shoes.
Okay.
His business manager said Russia is going to be a second home for Kanye, and he'll be spending a lot of time out there. In other news, Ye was spotted at dinner with Antonio Brown and girlfriend Julia Fox.
He'll be back soon as he get cold.
Okay. The three were spotted at Craig's restaurant in Los Angeles. AB and that's Antonio Brown and Ye are rumored to be working on new music together. All right. Well, we can't wait to hear what that sounds like. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, y'all. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat. Up next, we got the praise mix down. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.